1, 2, 1, 2.
You don't want to know what a lot of rats can do.
Not giant ass rats. Shut up, Hirsch. Not a rat. We gotta go.
You see the horror. Welcome to Dungeon Punks. I'm Phil Cieplak, your podcast uncle, and today's game mother as we continue our Alien RPG one-shot. And with me, we got...
I'm Leigh Eldridge, and today I am playing Morgan Hirsh, security officer and curmudgeon.
I'm Kirk Hamilton, playing Hannah Singleton, the tractor driver and pilot, for now.
And I'm Stu Popp, and for at least the next few minutes, I'm playing Janice MacWhirr, survey team leader.
Awesome. So last time, you all found yourselves in the facility. You were exploring around. There were things in the walls. You found a bunch of dead bodies, and we left things off with you basically deciding, okay, we got to go to the shuttle via the casino. And as you enter into the corridor, you see a xenomorph at the other end of the corridor, kind of ready for you, and it begins rushing towards you as you all prepare yourselves. But before that happens, I need everybody to make a panic roll to see how you respond to this creature rushing headfirst towards you. And in order to do that, you will roll 2d6, add your stress level, and subtract your resolve. And just tell me your results.
Okay.
-1.
Oh, okay. So you're keeping cool.
3.
2.
Okay, so starting with Hirsch, you get the shakes. Your stress level goes up by 1,
Okay.
but otherwise no effects. And then for Singleton, you are frantic. You also get +1 stress. And this one doesn't really come into effect right now. Basically, if you were on air supply, you end up spending air supply. You're basically like hyperventilating.
Okay, but I'm not at all.
You are not, so you're just increasing your stress.
I actually have a talent called Overkill. You can choose to trigger the frenzy effect when you make a panic roll instead of rolling.
Yeah.
So could I just do that instead?
If you want to. I mean, you rolled not that bad, so like, I don't know if you would want to necessarily go frenzy right now, but...
Okay, I won't trigger it at the beginning of the episode.
But then we will now enter combat. So basically, we will draw initiative cards. The xenomorph is going to draw 2.
I'm assuming these are your own, and the cards that come with the game are not for the Bubba Gump Shrimp Co.
Hey, those are vintage from the Bubba Grump Shrimp Co.
Ooh.
Either in
I rolled
New
pretty
Orleans
bad.
or Hawaii, I'm not sure.
It's
So go ahead
some
and draw.
environmental storytelling about how this is a corporate hellscape and
Just
everything is
reveal it.
sponsored.
Oh, we pick one?
Yeah, just pick
Okay.
one and reveal it, flip it over. So starting with lowest to highest, ace is lowest.
I got a
You get to go first. So actually, I got 8 and a 7, which I think
Ooh.
makes sense in the fiction. It's like still a pretty far ways away, making its run towards you. So starting with Singleton,
Oh, good.
you get to act as you wish.
Okay, so the elevator is past.
So the elevator is behind you,
Okay.
and in order to get to the casino, you basically have to get past
Okay.
It looks like there's a skywalk to the casino.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
say it's basically like a medium distance away from you. So it's like in the adjacent zone
Okay.
as you. So like it will basically, on its next turn, it's going to get into melee, but you have like a moment here to do something before it like comes crashing in towards you.
Okay, I'm the great person to go first because I have a knife and an axe. I don't know. I'm just going to hand over, axe throw the axe
Okay.
right at it.
Okay.
And then go to move. I don't want to say I'm going to move behind
You're
anyone.
going to throw a
but-
fire axe at it.
Yes. Well, what else am I going to
I
do?
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a fire axe at it. I'm frantic.
If you want, you can also, I don't know if these are the rules in this game, but I'll just say you can like delay and you can basically just exchange your card with somebody else, your initiative. So like if you want, you'd be like, actually Hirsch, you go first, but then now you're on initiative 4. If you don't,
that makes more sense.
if you don't want to do
I
anything,
mean,
Sure.
let's swap.
but you
Okay.
can't just like keep swapping and
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
now you're locked in.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
going first.
So you are
rewind
now
that.
going first.
I just start blasting.
Okay. So go ahead and make a ranged combat
I
roll.
wish I had a bigger gun. Ranged combat. Okay. Whoop. Okay, I got 1-6, and my stress die did not come up with a 1, so I hit it, or
Yeah.
I do it.
Yep, you do it. What is the damage on your pistol?
2. Oh, I actually could have added another 2, but that
Ye-
probably doesn't matter.
You should roll it because you might do
Yeah, 'cause
extra
you might
damage.
do another 6.
No.
Yeah, see, because this thing has armor.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty heavily armored. So you begin to shoot your gun.
I'm just going to shoot this heavily armored alien creature with a pistol.
And you just see your bullets kind of like glancing off of its like kind of thick carapace skin.
Yeah. We'll call it cover fire.
Cover fire. You still have a quick action, so you could use that to move or
Yeah.
do something else.
I am going to kind of like move into, it's not really cover, but like the kind of like the lee of the doorway.
Okay.
Across the hallway, which is the life support power.
Okay, so we'll say you're green for the time being. So where
Yeah.
do you
I'm probably kind of like
by the door?
yeah, I'm by the door.
Do you want to be up
I'm
here?
probably
or-
yeah, kind of like where there's kind of like a connector between.
Where you have like cover from the
Yeah.
oncoming
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Do you want to open the door or do you want to keep it closed? Because I'll say as a quick action, you could just hit the button too if you want to open life support.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that just in case we need to get into a room.
Yeah.
That's the closest room.
That is the
Unless we
closest
go back into the
Mhm.
Yeah.
med room, but we already know that there was a creature in there.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. I open the room to life support power
Okay.
in case we have to retreat.
I'm not going to read it out what you find there just yet because like you probably don't take too much time to
Yeah, I'm
assess what's going on. You just like hit the button, but once you enter the room, I'll kind of
Okay.
tell you what you find in there.
if we enter the room.
If you enter the room.
Mhm.
All right. So then moving up initiative, we go back to Singleton then.
So having just got a new personal agenda card from Phil.
Yeah. So after witnessing your kind of first xenomorph, you have now drawn your next personal agenda card, which I've handed out, which might kind of change your plans.
Yeah, so having seen the bullets do nothing, I'm not going to throw the axe anymore, and I'm going to grab the doctor because I want to stick close to the doctor, or more specifically, the key card around the doctor's neck, and ferry us back into the med bay.
Yeah, because the door is like right there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like we're going to get trapped in this life support room.
Okay.
I mean, the med bay is connected to the operations room where the xenomorph is.
yeah, we
Mhm.
know it. They can get okay.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, like, you know, it is over here. It is connected, but it's like,
Yeah.
it is technically further away than this one.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you move into the med lab. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to, I mean, I guess if I want to do something, I have to let everybody know. How big are the the tanks of the face huggers?
They're like large. They're, you know,
Okay.
they're like maybe a meter tall.
I'm going to ask the doctor if they have any samples or anything like that that are easily removable, not a large tank to carry around.
No.
Okay.
So you enter into the med lab.
Mhm.
If you're not attacking, you can probably just do another action. So you could probably like move further. So we're just going to say, because I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So let's just say you and the doctor kind of disappear into the med lab.
Okay.
And that is your turn. So it is then Janice's turn.
Well, I think my initial thought was just shooting at it because I feel like this is all happening pretty fast.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll and add your bonus dice for your weapon.
Yeah, I've already did that.
Okay.
No successes.
Oof. Okay, so you just fire past
I
the
feel like
xenomorph.
this is a reckless stress situation.
Yeah. So how this works, if you are pushing the roll,
Oh.
you get to re-roll all your misses, which in this case is every dice, and then in addition to the stress die. And then, yeah, make sure you mark that stress. Okay.
2 successes.
So you do damage equal to your weapon, plus 1 more damage for each additional success beyond the first.
Okay, so that's 3 damage.
Okay. So you actually manage to pierce through its armor as you see you're shooting with your pistol. You just see like this kind of thick, almost, I forget, is it green? I don't know what color it is. Let's say it's green. Yeah.
Mhm.
The like green blood spray out from like behind its shoulder as you kind of clip through its arm. And you see from behind it, kind of as this blood splatter hits the ground, it begins to like burn and sizzle through the floor.
Yeah, I'm also running. I think I'm not thinking of the med lab, even though that's where my
Yeah.
ally has gone. I'm gonna dive into that life support room just because it's.
Okay.
In my head, I'm like, I know there's not one in there.
Yeah.
Or
It is.
I know there's ones elsewhere, but I'm now interpreting that as I know there's not one
Mhm.
there. Kind of thing. Anyways,
Okay.
dive there and could I use? Do I still have a quick action?
You do still have well, your quick action would be to move into the room.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No time for a command then. I'm going to just move into the room.
Okay. In just quickly as you hop into the life support room, it's just like a cramped room, and basically the power can be turned off and back on throughout the colony if you want to, with like a roll, by interacting with the unit. It might not be the best time to do it now because in like the heat of battle, but beyond that, you're not really sure what else you see, but there is a charging station next to the far end of the room where there's a door that leads to the like storage. So in the storage, there's like a power station which you can use to resupply any or like recharge any of your items that require power. And then with that, we're going to say it is the Xenomorph's turn, which will actually go back to back. So it is going to move towards Hirsch, who's standing still by the door. And as it runs towards you, it lashes out with its tail, kind of like overhead, and like using the spike end of its tail, just tries to pierce right at you. So as a potential reminder for going forward in combat, you all used your 2 actions, which means you can now not dodge or whatever. Had you saved your quick action, you could have now used it as a reaction to get out of the way.
Well, now you tell us.
Well, now you know. So it is just going to make an attack with all of these.
Feels overcompensating for being too easy on us the first episode.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's so many dice.
So I'm dead, I'm assuming.
So this spike impales you for 3 damage.
Okay, I'm not quite dead.
And then it is going to grab you.
And give you a nice big hug.
That is a success. And it grabs you, and you see Janice, since you're kind of like still in the room, you see Hirsch get impaled and then grabbed by the Xenomorph, and it begins to drag you away.
Okay.
And then that is the first round, so you can flip over your initiative. What do? It is technically your turn, Hirsch.
Okay, so I'm being dragged away by the Xenomorph.
Yep.
And I have not had an opportunity to get any more weapons. So
you can try to break free.
Great. Yeah, that's all I can really do is try and get away from it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I'm going to say stamina. Yeah, let's do stamina.
Okay. Oh, and my stress.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, I got 2 hits and 1 on the stress die.
Okay. So you are going to have to roll for stress. Just roll 2d6, but you break out.
Okay.
You break free.
6.
So you're currently deflated.
Yeah, because I'm punctured.
Yeah, literally.
Like a balloon.
Which means you just can't push your rolls until you get rid of that.
That's fine.
But you have now broken free, and you can, that was like your action, so you can now try to run away.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get into that life support.
So you are now
room.
in the life support room with Janice, and that is your full 2 turns.
Yeah.
So you flip your card, and then we move on to Singleton.
So the doctor and I are in the med bay, and we can hear, assuming all this commotion outside because the door is closed, or is the door still open?
I'll leave that up to you if you decided to close it or not. You
You would have had to have opened it to get in.
Yeah, I think like just not locked it, but just like frantically closed it on the way into the room.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wanted to search the room with the doctor and then kind of like grill them on what was happening, what these things are.
Yeah.
Get as much information as possible.
Yeah, so the doctor tells you similarly how the parasite's stage cycle basically implants like an embryo into the host. Basically a fascinating organism, almost like the perfect killing machine in a way. Is there anything specifically you want to know about it? Like
mostly just everything possible. And then I am going to refresh my memory. The doctor is a part of our medical team.
Yeah, she's part of the colony.
I am going to reveal to the doctor that I am a Weyland-Yutani sleeper agent here to spy on everything. And I'm going to need to get a sample back to Weyland-Yutani. And if you help me with that, I'm a pilot. You have the key card to the plane. We can get out of here.
Okay. She tells you that she has been helping Reynolds, who's the corporate agent, basically smuggle some of the eggs off the colony onto the ship.
Okay.
And that prior to like the lockdown, they had been working to kind of get the eggs onto the ship. And she gives you a coolant spray, like a hypercoolant spray, and it like gives it to you. And basically says that the hypercoolant spray keeps the eggs dormant, and you need to kind of like periodically spray them. And they are currently on the ship.
Okay. Then I'm going to tell the doctor we should get to the ship.
Okay. Did you take a sample with you as well?
I would have grabbed whatever I can from the lab. Not the big tanks of the facehuggers, because there's no way I'd be able to take that out, but just any sort of, because not to break kayfabe, but the card says I might be able to find something in the med lab on level 2. Because that's where the first victim was.
So what you can do is you could smash one of the tubes and take one of the dead samples. Does it have to be a live sample?
It does say living sample.
Oh, it has to be living.
Yeah. So I think seeing the dead ones and the one that lunged at us is again in like the meter long tube, and knowing that the eggs are on the plane, I'm just gonna put all my eggs in the egg basket.
Okay. Yeah, you have like a brief aside with Kaminsky out of earshot of everyone else. Yeah. So now no one knows what's going on. But yeah, she basically tells you, Dr. Kaminsky, that you have to get to the ship, and kind of the only real way to get there, the fastest way, is to still go through the casino.
I also don't want to leave anyone behind, but also I tell her I don't want to leave these people behind, but I will.
Do you have a plan of action of where you want to go? Because it seems like the only way back to get there is you have to go back out of the med lab or circle in this room, but you know this room is potentially compromised.
Yeah.
There's also ducts.
Yeah, you could start moving your way into the ducts.
I mean, I feel like going through ducts is a terrible idea, but I do only have 2 wits.
There's also a full xenomorph outside
the door. Yeah, I'm going to, being the literal only way to get there, I'm going to suggest we get through those ducts.
Okay. She follows you, and you start climbing your way into duct B.
Okay.
And basically, you're going to make your way to the skywalk over here.
Okay.
All right. So that was your action. Who is next? I think it's only Janice. You are in the life support.
Yeah. And so is
Hirsch.
Yeah.
Hirsch.
We'll say the door is still open.
Yeah, I didn't have an action.
I'm going to close the door and lock it.
Great.
Is that...
that will just be your quick action.
That's quick action?
Yep.
Okay. And then if I can, I'd like to use the med kit on Hirsch.
Yes, you can.
I feel like there's got to be like some like medical foam thing that'll fill up a stab wound.
So go ahead and make a, what is it, a medicine? Is there a medicine?
Medical aid.
Medical aid, yeah. And then you add the bonus dice for the med kit.
That is 2 successes.
You heal 2 hit points.
Nice.
All right, and that is your action. And then wheeling back around, you hear the xenomorph moving from behind the locked door, and it's going to spend its second action to start like trying to break its way through the door. And you just hear and feel you could hear the door kind of buckling open. It doesn't fully break just yet. I'm actually going to roll to see how effective. Okay. Part of the door like gives, it starts breaking away, but the xenomorph hasn't like punched through the door yet. So it is back to the top. We'll stick in an initiative for maybe this one more round. Okay. Hirsch.
Yeah, so Hirsch is slightly patched up and is just like MacWhirr. You just hear him like muttering like vaguely religious stuff about demons and God is testing him. And we gotta get some guns, gotta get a bigger gun, and like as soon as he gets put back together a bit, kind of frantically, kind of agitated, looking around, and then spots the storage area and starts like pulling stuff out of there. And yeah, I'm looking for guns.
Okay.
I think we can both. It might be a good idea for both of us to go in there and then close the door, and then maybe the xenomorph won't know where we went.
Yeah, sure.
Because there's also a door going off into the maintenance center.
Okay, so maybe we can get through the storage into the maintenance center. Maybe there's some guns there. I don't know.
Yeah, regardless, you can go ahead and make a observation roll because you said that you were willing to assist. Yeah, you can only roll once, but yeah, if you assist, you can get an additional die. I will allow whoever's like got the best observation can make the roll, and then you just can take the better result.
Okay.
And can we do the doors plan as we move into the store?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you can spend your quick action to just move in there, and then you spend your actual action to search. So yeah, go ahead and make that roll.
And yeah, well, let's say lock the door behind us, Hirsch.
Uh-oh.
But then we're stuck in storage.
Maybe use the vents. I don't want an open door between us and an unlocked door between us and the Xenomorph.
That's fair.
You can tell me to do that, but I might not listen.
Okay. Well, I will tell you to do it. That is no successes.
Okay, so you only roll once. Give me a d6 roll. Also, you can push this roll too if you want.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So you can get another stress and then you re-roll everything.
There we go.
That's a success.
So roll twice.
A 5 and a 5.
Okay, you find 2 pulse rifles. Both are loaded with bullets and have grenades, but you have no refills. So like there's no extra ammo. It's just whatever's in the gun. So yeah, you can both write down pulse rifle.
Mod +2, damage 2, ammo 3, weight 1. Range is S/L, whatever that means.
It's just short to long range. Okay, and those are your actions. So now it is the Xenomorph. You continue to hear the banging on the door, kind of 2 behind you.
I didn't action.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you're right. Go ahead then.
So if we're by the vents, coming out of the vents on the airwalk to the casino,
Mm-hmm.
and the Xenomorph is still at there, then we're just gonna head towards the casino.
Yep. Okay, so you spend your quick action kind of moving along, and then I will say you kind of drop out of the vents, and you have like a major action to do something. You can interact with the door if you want to open it.
I mean, yeah, open the door.
Okay, you begin to open the door, and as you do so, again, it's one of those like slidey open doors. And as you open the doors, basically 5 dead bodies just like fall out, kind of almost like cascading down. They were probably like piled up against the door.
Sure.
And just in sort of like a wave of gore just falls, not like on you because, you know, you can kind of step
dodge
away
it.
and you gain 1 point of stress.
Oh, good. I'm at 4 stress.
And as this happens, some of these bodies look like they've just been, you know, ripped apart. There's one body that is kind of more intact, and you find a kind of like middle-aged, I don't know, in mid-30s woman who you recognize as Angela Lynn, and she appears to be like unconscious, but isn't like
Torn
apart, and like maybe actually not like fully unconscious because it catches your like attention because you hear her kind of like groaning in like pain as like this cascade of bodies fall out of the room.
Okay.
And we'll end your turn there. Okay, and then now the Xenomorph is going to try to break down this door, which it does.
Which one is breaking down?
This one right here.
Okay.
So it is now
So the one that's coming for us.
Yes.
So the other one is somewhere we don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is now in the life support room, but there's one more door barrier, and that is its turn, and it's going to try to break down that door again. And it makes some progress, but it doesn't break through. And then we're back to the top. So Hirsch.
Well, we're stuck in a room.
Yeah.
There is a grate here. I don't know if we can get into the...
I'm going to say, to keep it a little spicy, I think we'll say you can get into the air ducts via the like entrance ways,
Okay.
but you can't just like disappear or go into them. So
From any random grating.
yeah, so
Okay.
you, in order to get back, you're going to have to go this way, circle around.
Okay. Hirsch is just like, it's not a shotgun, but like
Yeah.
kind of priming the
It does have
weapon.
a grenade.
Probably the grenade launcher.
It has the grenade
I prime
launcher.
the grenade launcher, and I'm like, all right, Sarge, I gotta go fuck up some demons. You get everybody else out of here.
Okay. Where are you going to move?
Out into the maintenance center.
Okay. So you move into the maintenance center.
Mm-hmm.
That's your move.
Yeah.
And as an action, so you can see the door buckling as it's pounding to get its way in.
I am readying my attack action.
Okay. So once it busts through this door, if it busts through this door on its turn,
Mm-hmm.
I will let you make a free attack against it.
Okay.
So that is your full turn.
I have to show these devils who's boss. God has tested me, and this is the test.
It is now.
So the door's open, and Hirsch is just standing in the middle of the room, waiting
I
for...
I gotta get out of
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
anyways, so...
Is this door connected to that room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go back.
could
and-
in theory go out in the
technically,
hallway
you
and
could
around.
just
Leave.
loop around, leave, and get past it without me.
Yeah. So can I get to this door and open it as a quick action?
Correct.
Okay. Is there anything out in the hall?
No.
Okay. I'm going to use a second quick action because I'm not hate Hirsch, but I'm not leaving him behind. Hirsch, but I'm not leaving him behind. And I'm gonna use command as a quick action to say, "Pretty sure suicide's a sin, Hirsch. Let's go save some people."
So are you trying to get Hirsch to come with you?
Follow me. Yeah.
Okay. So I will, if you want to resist this and you want to stand your ground, you're going to have to make a...
I'm not going to oppose it.
Okay.
I'm just going to see what happens.
Okay. Well, I got a success, but also a 1 on one of my stress dice.
Okay. So that means you do need to make a stress roll, but Hirsch, you feel like you got to go with Janice.
MacWhirr makes a good point.
So stress roll, I do
2d6 plus your current stress level.
Okay. So that's 6 plus 2 is 8 minus 5 because I minus my resolve. So 3.
Okay. So you are also frantic. You gain +1 stress. And if you had air supply, you would basically use oxygen. But yeah, in the fiction, you're just kind of like starting to get a little bit frantic.
Yeah, I think with good reason.
Yep. And then
I haven't gone.
you haven't gone. So.
So I'm right next to Angela Lynn. I'm gonna maybe get the doctor to quickly take the briefest of looks at her to make sure.
Yeah, she's alive, basically hanging on to kind of consciousness. But yeah, she seems a little bit out of it, but the doctor can kind of like help her up and kind of like say like, hey, you don't die on us. Like you're still here. You're not dead yet.
Yeah.
And can kind of like make a medicine attempt to get her back on her feet.
Okay. Can she talk at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she can talk. She's a little bit out of it, but she's able to talk.
Yeah. Then I just want to ask kind of like what happened here? Was there one of those xenomorphs and is the casino safe?
She tells you that she doesn't fully remember what happened, but yeah, there was one of the creatures came into the casino and attacked everybody there, right? And like, she's just looking around at the dead bodies and like we tried to get out, but it just pinned us against the wall and just ripped us apart. I think there might be someone still left there. I heard some kind of yelling below. And then I just lost consciousness.
Okay. You don't have to tell me whether this is true or not as a character. I'm just going to assume that the xenomorph from the casino was the same one that came out into the hallway. And yeah, keep heading towards the casino. But I'm also going to use my comm unit to try to message Hirsch and or MacWhirr to let them know to get to the casino if they can.
Okay. So yeah, no roll required. You just like hit the comm. You both hear. What do you say?
The way the casino might be free, I found Angela, there might be one more survivor in there. Try to get here if you can.
Okay. Do you reply back or anything or no?
Hirsch doesn't.
Okay. You don't know if they heard you. They might be dead. But you send out your message and you begin running towards.
I feel like Hirsch is still kind of fixating on the door, but like is now willing to leave if MacWhirr like basically drags him out.
Yeah. So we'll say you are now like out of combat for the time being. You can just keep your card face down. You sort of go off the map. You are now in the casino. And we will then say the xenomorph is going to try to break through.
Just before you do that, so I read it in an action to attack.
Yes.
I still have my attack. I guess I'm going to have to do that.
Actually, no.
Oh.
It continues to try to break through the door, but it doesn't break it yet.
Okay.
So unfortunately, you kind of lose your action.
Okay.
Your ready action because it didn't bust through the door.
Right. But we're back up to the top. So
we are now back up to the top. So it is, Janice and Hirsch. What do you do?
Oh, you got your orders.
Reluctantly, because the xenomorph doesn't bust through, I will follow you out the door. Then we can shut the door and get down the hallway.
Okay. So you can kind of get into the hallway as your quick action, and then you can make another quick action to basically just sprint down the hallway, and you can kind of get to like maybe here. So you can run past it. The thing is, this door is open and broken. So as you sprint past, it's probably almost definitely going to like hear and see you running past behind it.
It is. I can also see it.
Yeah.
Were you running ahead of me or were you wanting to follow me?
I was thinking I was probably going to follow you kind of reluctantly.
Because if you want, you could get here and like you could hold your action too.
Because I was basically going to close the door and run on when it's my turn. So if you wanted to hold to run it, just run after me.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can realize together that it is an open door.
So Hirsch, I move to the door, open the door, and kind of like reconnaissance out
Yeah.
to see if it's not in the hallway. Okay, it's not in the hallway. I'll wait for MacWhirr to come.
Yeah, because actually MacWhirr is already in the hallway because you had already opened the door and you like peek through. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it is your turn and you can basically move or...
Yeah, I want to move up with Hirsh following me.
Okay, so you spend one action to just basically move into this area here, past the door, and you see, like, as you're running past the broken door and inside the life support, the, like, xenomorph trying to break that door open and then just, like, quickly spins around towards your direction as the two of you are just kind of running full speed, not trying to be quiet to get past it.
Yeah, and I think I'm a little frantic, and I don't want to fight this thing. So I'm going to run and use my next action or quick action or whatever.
Okay.
To keep moving down the hall. I imagine.
I can't do that because I've used both my actions.
So you leave Hirsh behind just past the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And those are your two actions.
Yeah.
I'm out of
Kirk's
combat,
out,
so
okay.
I'm...
So unfortunately, it looks like the alien is going to spend its one action to exit the room, and then it's going to spend its second one to...
I did this wrong. I should have just used my one action to move and the other action to blast it.
Yeah.
Which is honestly what I probably would have done, but whatever.
However, so it comes out of the room and it doesn't like rush towards you. It sort of like stalks towards you and it's going to just like whip its tail at your feet and you get knocked down.
Okay.
And you're just sort of on your back and it begins to like slowly stalk over you and it's just like almost like playing with you, like getting ready to like strike and just like see what you do. And MacWhirr, you see this, like it's just like over top of Hirsh, like getting ready to strike, but it's like playing with its prey. Okay. And then we are back to the top.
This is the part where the audience complains about Hirsch's plot armor.
Yeah.
Well, I am just going to, if it's like basically
It's
on top of me, I'm just going to unload my gun into it.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll.
Does that count as close combat?
Yes. If you are in melee, you can actually roll with close combat, technically, even if it's a ranged weapon.
Okay, sweet. 2 for the pulse rifle, 5 for strength, 3 for close combat, and my 2 stress.
Dang.
And I got a single 6.
So you
12 dice.
You can push the roll if you want.
Mm-hmm.
So you would take another stress,
Yes.
which goes into your pool immediately.
Yes.
And then you re-roll everything that's a miss.
Okay.
Yeah, that feels worthwhile.
This feels correct.
This feels like...
So I'm just like screaming and unloading this pulse rifle into this.
Oh no.
Nothing?
Nothing.
What?
The fuck?
Wow.
I mean,
It's like I'm rolling tase dice.
You rolled 1 6 out of 24 dice.
in alien fiction, you might have just gotten splashed with a bunch of acid if you'd broken its armor.
100%. Yeah. So how much damage do you still hit it? You did 1. It's only 2.
It's only 2.
Yeah, so you needed 2 to buy.
But it's armor piercing. The repulse rifle's armor
Yeah.
piercing.
So no matter what, you're going to do 2 points of damage. I'm saying you actually could have maybe killed it if you rolled like super high, but you didn't. Instead, you just like spray into it, pierces through its armor, and a bunch of like acidic blood sprays on you, and you are going to take...
Can I like scramble away?
You have a quick action.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, you can dodge what I'm about to roll.
Yeah.
You're only going to take 1 point of acid damage. You can try to dodge if you want to evade.
Okay, so now I have 3 health left.
Okay, so here's a fun fact about the pulse rifle. Is it an automatic weapon, or does it say auto fire?
Full auto.
Full auto. You can attack again.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you can use your quick, because you didn't use your quick action to dodge.
No.
Right? You can just keep shooting.
Okay.
However, in order to do full auto, you have to take another point of stress, because you're just like, you're literally doing the like, like shooting.
Yeah.
So you take another point of stress.
Okay.
And go ahead and if you want, or you can just run away, whatever you want to do.
No, I'm going down swinging. I'm going to take it down with me.
Ooh, that's actually a lot.
4 successes and all the stress dice are fine.
You actually are going to do, you don't even have to push. That's enough because it's armor piercing.
So I just like start, I don't know, sermonizing at it. Our Father, etc., protect us from
Power
alien
of Christ
bullshit.
compels it.
Yeah.
However, you are going to take 2 points of acid damage.
Okay.
So you just get splattered with a ton of acid damage burning through your clothes and flesh.
I've been baptized in fire.
And miraculously, you are still alive as this creature basically like slumps down next to you. And I'm just going to make a quick roll to see what happens. Or actually, why don't you go ahead and roll a d6 for me?
I have the power of God and anime on my side. 1.
Okay. It seemingly slumps to the side of you, dead. And it just like gives out a shriek as the acid blood kind of sprays everywhere on you, and it slumps down dead beside you.
Hirsch is just like, gun empty, like still clicking the trigger for a couple seconds until he realizes that it's dead and I'm still alive.
Okay. That is technically your 2 actions. So we now can go to MacWhirr to see.
Yeah, can I shout like on your feet, Hirsch? Let's go. I can see he's still alive.
Yeah.
With the command, does that allow them to like do something, or is it just to make the command?
It's only to like help and like also just command them to do something. You can't like, it's not like warlord stuff where you can make them make an action.
Yeah. Okay.
But with the defeat of the alien, we can say that like you're technically out of combat.
Okay.
So we can just say that you like command Hirsch to get up to his feet, and
I think then down the hallway to the casino.
And then you begin running towards the casino.
Past the dead bodies.
Thank Christ.
At this point, I'm going to hand out your third and final
objective.
And maybe if there's like some sort of anti-acid with some sort of base,
we need an eye wash station.
I can use in the med kit as an action, my final action to heal up Hirsch.
Yeah, sure.
Hirsch.
Go ahead and give me that medicine roll, medical aid roll, and then you add your med kit, which means you've now spent both your med kits.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, that's another 1 on a stress dice and 1 success in healing Hirsch.
So I get 1 back?
However many successes is how many?
Yeah, 1.
Yeah, so you just get 1, unfortunately. Unless you want to push the roll, which you can, you gain more stress.
If I push the roll and re-roll, does that cancel out that 1? Or does that still
No,
happen?
you just re-roll all of your failures, I think.
Yeah, except for
a 1?
Except for 1, yeah, on the stress die. So no matter what, you're stressing out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll push and see if I can heal more for you. 2.
Okay, so you heal 2. And then now you need to make a stress roll.
Okay.
So 2d6.
Now Hirsch has plot armor.
That is 4.
You are aggravated, +1 stress for you and all other PCs. So I'm going to say Hirsch as well gets 1 stress.
That's fine.
So you're just like, because now you're out of medkits, your plot armor has ran out. You have no more healing items.
At this point, I'm going like these corporate motherfuckers are just turning us into an experiment here. These fucking things, these parasites, and told us not to worry about.
I'm gonna burn this
motherfuckers.
I'm gonna burn this goddamn base off the face of the moon. and just like stalking ahead of you. You should maybe be a little bit worried.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a little too frantic and aggravated to be worried about you.
So you make it your way across the skywalk to the casino. And you know that the casino, basically on the ground floor of the casino, there's a way to exit the facility altogether. And this will take you towards the shuttle. But you guys come in on the second floor. So we'll say this is Hirsh and MacWhirr as you come out into the second floor of the casino. But you were there ahead of everybody. So I'm going to say, as you get to the casino, I will also just kind of read what you see. The top floor, there's like kind of blood and gore kind of scattered across, mostly where this doorway was, as like people were kind of like running to that door to kind of try to get away, but were unable to. And down below is the actual bar of the casino. The top is like the more casino part. And the bottom, you see, because you had been able to kind of like scout ahead, you see that so here's like the bar. Next to the bar, there's like kind of like the kitchen functionally, right? And there's a door that's locked, and you see a xenomorph like trying to get in.
Okay. So that's on the
ground floor.
But we're on the level
you're
2?
on the top.
Okay, perfect.
But you got there like ahead of these two, so you can kind of like position yourself wherever you want. You know that in order to get out, you have to get down past the xenomorph.
Yeah.
Also by the stairs, it looks like.
Yeah.
Because I think the stairs down
correct.
Here. Yeah.
So yeah, where do you want to be?
So is that the only way to get down?
I mean, you could jump down.
Yeah.
You know, jumping would be pretty risky because, you know, you might kind of hurt yourself on
It's a full floor.
Yeah, it's a full floor.
Yeah. What I want to do is just create a distraction. Go somewhere along the top level that's away from the stairs, and then just kind of like throw something to the as opposite corner as I can from the stairs.
Okay.
And then
like here somewhere?
Yeah,
because you need to get there.
Yeah. I guess I can't do it in the far corner because that would be below.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, can I ask a question about this map? Are they stacked?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. That's what I thought.
Yes.
So this isn't a balcony.
I thought it was a balcony.
No. So,
okay.
So this area here is like looking down below.
Okay. So there is like the top is kind of like a balcony.
So you can basically see the xenomorph like here below you trying to get underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a big opening in the floor.
Yeah.
Top level.
Okay. So kind of like a mezzanine.
Yeah. So you could like go here and like try to jump down, which would land you down here pretty close.
But that'd be a full.
But it would be a full drop down.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go there and try to throw something to distract the xenomorph, and then just kind of book it towards the stairs and to get to the shuttle. It seems risky, but I don't.
Just wait for Hirsch, then you'll get your distraction.
Yeah.
You can also wait too. Yeah. If you're just.
Yeah. You know what? So I probably thought, having not heard anything on the comms, that they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
So having heard all that commotion a minute ago from the plasma rifles and probably the screech echoed through the corridors, I'm going to camp sort of at the top of the stairs, but out of view from the xenomorph. And then maybe as I'm considering this plan of throwing something, I can hear the footsteps coming down.
So literally your like out of character deliberations that you just made, you can imagine that you were having
That's exactly what was happening.
Like with the Angela, you're like, we should jump. But then Angela's like already basically hurt and she's like, I won't make it. And you're like, what do we do? And then as that happens, MacWhirr and Hirsh come running into the casino from the skywalk.
Yeah, maybe I can see them coming down the skywalk and I want to get on comms and say, quiet, there's a xenomorph in here.
Okay.
We can stop at the door and maybe just take a breath. Like, can we do like take a breath and like reduce stress for a second? Do you think that's possible?
You could. It's basically you have to take a stretch of time, which is like in the fiction, it would be like 10 minutes.
How long did it take us to like walk here?
Probably about, like 5 minutes max. Yeah.
Smoking a cigarette. Is it possible to reduce stress at all, do you think, during that time?
During the walk, no. Because I'm saying you guys are probably like running, trying to get like quickly catching up to, it's not enough time for you to like really calm down. Okay. But you could take the time now if you want to like hunker down. But the xenomorph is right here.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, no.
That feels like a bad
idea. Good luck
idea.
getting Hirsch to stop.
Okay. Yeah.
You might get him to be quieter, but...
And yeah, as they come in, I think Hannah's just going to kind of like gesture to Angela that Angela is with us and then kind of like gesture down to where the xenomorph is at the bottom of the stairs.
So yeah, you all, MacWhirr and Hirsh, as you come into the room, you see another person you recognize as Angela, looks pretty battered up and not so great. And then you can all hear the smashing of the door from the xenomorph at the level below you.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do? You got to get out somehow.
So we're moving in here,
Mm-hmm.
maybe up to the balcony.
Yeah,
where we
you can see the xenomorph below.
Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See those three over there. I was gonna say we did close the door behind us.
Sure.
Just to
Yeah.
be-
Yeah.
It's a lesson we have learned.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
close the doors, lock the doors. Yeah.
I might do something really stupid.
We've both got pulse rifles. They've proven to be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Also got grenades.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at Hirsh. I'm going to point to the grenade launchers and basically over the top, and then start
Oh, you just get a huge, insane grin, and he's on board. Absolutely on board.
For the listener, Stu is silently counting to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. They got count to 3 with my finger.
So
finger
the
count
two
to
of you
3.
kind of point your rifles over the railing down to the level below, counting down to 3. While this is happening, Singleton, you see this, you kind of understand what's going on.
Take cover.
You're going to take cover?
Well, if I'm seeing them pull out 2 big
Yeah.
pulse rifles with grenade launchers.
Okay. Go ahead and both of you make
Ranged
combat rolls.
5 stress now.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, I think I got the right amount of dice.
Ooh. Okay, no ones on my stress dice. And 4 successes.
Well, I got a single success, so these dice hate me. But that still hits. That's still a hit.
Mhm.
So this is going to kick off initiative.
Yeah, obviously.
So how surprise works is basically the two of you get to pick your cards. So I'm just going to give you the top 2.
Okay.
And then everyone else is going to draw cards. So Kirk, you can draw a card.
6.
The xenomorph got 4 and 7. Firstly, tally up your total damage that you did. And you're going to add 2 to the result, basically.
Okay.
So that's 7? Because you got 4, I got 1 and plus 2.
Do we both add +2?
Yeah, because you guys are both doing damage separately.
9?
Yeah, honestly, that is just enough somehow. You both launch these grenades, and in a viscera of acid, this xenomorph just explodes. You are out of grenades now.
I just cackle.
And it just erupts in this acid spray. And I don't think it's too far away for anyone to get hit by the acid. But after this,
not to be a jerk, but Kirk is right
I know
at the
he's
balcony
right
where-
there, but you are
I'm also on the level above.
Yeah,
and I
but
took
you
cover.
did take cover. If you were you were looking over, I was 100% going to spray you with acid.
Oh, yeah.
but
No, I'm peeking over the balcony.
you did take cover.
Yeah.
So you see acid kind of hit the railing and the whatever below, and maybe you get clipped a little bit. But
it melts half of the slot machine that I'm behind.
but it's superficial. And then once the smoke kind of clears, you see the chunks of the alien below you.
Die, demon spawn!
Let's go, Hirsch.
I'm going to start, running to get down. How high up is this?
It's a full story above. And it's
It's 12 feet or
yeah, it's
something?
probably, it's not this tall. It's probably 12 feet at least.
Okay, I think maybe safely. Do you think you could safely just kind of drop over the edge?
You can just walk down the stairs.
I think those might be covered in acid.
You can avoid it. I think it's okay.
Then take the stairs.
All right. So you guys go down the stairs. Down here, you guys are together.
Is there anyone in that kitchen?
You can't see. There's no windows, but Hirsch, you know that someone was here.
Yeah, I'm going to open the door. See, because the xenomorph was clearly trying to get in there.
Okay. Are you going to try to open the door? It's actually, I'm going to say it's a bit busted because the...
Then just kick it
But
in.
yeah, you can kick it in.
Hammer it with the pulse rifle.
Yeah, you hit it with the pulse rifle and the door kind of breaks a little bit open. And as you kind of bust through a little bit from the other side of this kind of kitchen area, your buddy, Osterman, comes running at you with a kitchen knife, in a frenzy.
Yeah.
And just screaming and tries to swing at you. But at the last minute, realizes, you're not an alien. And
Yeah.
it's just what? You're alive.
You're alive!
You came to save me.
Yeah! That was my initial goal, and my current goal is not to save anybody, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm happy.
And he's like holding a bottle of like whiskey in his offhand as he's got like the kitchen knife.
Oh man, give me that. I just grab the bottle of whiskey and take a big slug.
You can reduce 1 stress.
Yes. Not that I care.
And, he kind of repeats something you already know, but he's just like, we need to get the fuck out of here. There's more of those things lurking around. I can hear them in the ducts.
I keep telling her they're in the walls.
Yeah, I know that, Hirsch. Let's go. I'm going to start walking to the...
Okay.
You turn around and Singleton's already gone. While that was happening, Singleton has gotten to the plane to...
Okay, so you've ran, you just ignored this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, while they were doing that, myself and the doctor, maybe even Angela's still
if
kind of
I
like...
saw you going, I'd be like much more hurrying these two to like, let's go.
I didn't even stop at the kitchen. I just beeline towards the ship.
Either way, you have a bit of a head start, but you're not like you haven't disappeared.
Yeah.
Like you're outside at this point, and that's when you see like Singleton and the rest of the group disappear, and you're like, okay, we got to get the hell out of here. And as you begin to make your pursuit or follow Singleton and making your way outside, as like Osterman kind of like gets...
Who is Osterman other than my buddy? He's my poker buddy. What is his role?
Yeah, what do we know about Osterman?
He maintains the heating systems.
Perfect.
And he's a bit of a drunk.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm like following quickly with Osterman, but I'm like, hey, man, do you know how to overload the heating systems in this place? Because we got to nuke this moon. God, as my witness, none of these things are getting off of here.
Say we can nuke them from space. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah, he mentions that there's like, this is also a little bit of like movie canon, but that there's like an off, like not in this current section, but there's like a different section somewhere here. Maybe it's like I don't know where it would be, but there's somewhere there's a way to basically like shut down and like there's a nuclear like reactor basically that operates this whole facility, and you can like override it for it to explode. But it's off-site, I think, technically. I remember in the movie they had to like go somewhere else to like go down and like rig the place to blow up. But in any case, now as you are making your way outside, you kind of go back into the rain, but as the two of you kind of coming up behind the rear in like with the warning, kind of the omen, I guess, of like they're in the vents that Osterman says, as you get ready to pursue Singleton, you can hear like through the vents above you on the floor, banging and scurrying like through the vents. And you can hear there's like a bunch of motion coming after you through the vents, but you manage to get outside. And as this is happening, you see Singleton with the two others kind of like running ahead across the fields towards the landing site. And as you're doing that, it's pretty like windy and rainy. I'm going to have everybody make a stamina roll to just basically like push through and see how far you can get.
Okay.
We're out of combat now.
You're out of combat.
Can't be a mobility roll, can it?
No, you need to kind of like weather the storm basically.
1 success.
Okay, 1 success.
1 success, but also 1 stress.
Okay.
Hirsch isn't doing so well. I got 2 stresses. And that's it. My dice hate me today.
Okay, so you are lagging a bit behind. And Kirk, did you succeed?
I got 1 success and 1 stress.
Okay, so go ahead and both of you roll 2d6, add your stress level minus your resolve, and tell me your results.
6. Stressed out.
7.
Okay. So, starting with Singleton, as you're running across the fields to try
I
to...
think it's 8, yeah.
You are deflated, so you just can't push your rolls right now. However, Hirsch, you are going to lose an item or something else important to you as you're making your run across.
Oh no, my cross necklace. God has abandoned me.
I think it's got to be like maybe your gun or something.
My service pistol?
Sure. Yeah, you lose your pistol.
It just bounces out of the holster.
You also take an additional stress.
Okay, so I just had that whiskey for nothing.
And you are kind of lagging behind. The rest of you are able to kind of rush ahead, unless MacWhirr, you want to stay behind.
Yeah, my dumb fucking personal agenda. As I'm the only surviving officer to Hadley's Hope, the other survivors are my responsibility. I must lead them to safety, no matter the cost, even my own life. I gotta go and like pick up Hirsch and
Yeah, so Hirsch and Osterman are kind of like, they're older dudes. They're like, you kind of start running and like halfway through, you're just like out of breath.
Yeah, it's not like I've been keeping up the military training.
Yeah, and as you fall back to help Hirsch out, you see just like a swarm of xenomorphs starting to like break through parts of the facility behind and like have now breached outside and are pursuing. So now they are chasing you outside, and each of you are going to have to actually like run and are going to have to make rolls. Kirk, you don't have to roll.
Okay.
Because you're ahead and you also succeeded, but the two of you are going to have to make either mobility or stamina rolls to try to push ahead, or stand your ground if you want. But I mean, you realize that there's no way you can fight your way.
Right now, I'm just trying to get these two.
Have I reached the ship yet, or am I just...
Not quite yet. Yeah.
I'll roll things separately. Maybe it'll be better.
1 success, but 1 stress.
Okay.
Nice.
I got 3 successes. Rolling my 2 piles separately was better.
No stress?
No stress.
Okay. So you both succeed. You like fall back to get Hirsch and you're like, we gotta go. And you start running, but you are going to get a stress response.
5.
You gain a stress. You're going to take the loud noise response, which just means, you know, you're
I'm shouting over
You're
the
shouting,
wind.
you're yelling, you're whatever. Like you alert the swarm to you clearly, but you are able to rush ahead and get like enough ground to start making your way to the landing pad. However, Singleton and the 2 others are going to get there before. So you manage to get to the landing pad. Here you find the shuttle. In order to unlock the landing pad, you have to use your key card.
Which I'm assuming the doctor
still has. So the doctor kind of like unlocks the landing pad and basically allows the shuttle to like enter into like takeoff mode. And the 2 of you can start to enter onto the shuttle. As you enter the shuttle, you notice that...
I spray the eggs with the coolant spray as soon as I can.
Is it too late?
It's too late.
Yeah, you spot a few eggs in this small shuttle. The shuttle can probably hold maybe like 10 people maximum, like if it's crammed in there. But yeah, there are a few eggs. I'm going to say there's 3 that have been kind of stored to like the bottom section, kind of in the like cargo area of the shuttle. And yeah, you see that like, you know, they are like beginning to move as you enter the shuttle, and you can take the cooling spray.
I'm going to give the coolant spray back to the doctor, tell the doctor to spray them without putting her face directly over the eggs.
You don't know that.
I'm going to give the coolant spray to the doctor and tell the doctor to spray the eggs. And I'm going to go to the cockpit to just launch.
So you just like you give the cooling spray. The doctor's like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
And then you begin to sit in your seat and like you kind of saddle in, you get ready to launch. It's not like, this isn't like start the engine and fly. It's a shuttle. It takes like a moment to boot up and like get into its stage.
I'm also going to lock the doors.
Okay. So you can lock the doors, I guess, before they get there, I think, but you're not going to be able to take off.
Okay.
Before they get there.
Yeah.
Because you're just a little bit ahead of them.
Yeah.
Right. So the 2 of you, Hirsch and MacWhirr, you see ahead of you, like through the rain, you see the 3 of them board the shuttle. And as they board the shuttle, you can see the like doors to the shuttle close. And you can see that the shuttle's like starting up. The engines are kind of starting to fire. And as the engines are starting to fire, you have now arrived at the shuttle. What do you do?
I'm going to calm you to open the doors.
Open the blast door.
What do you do?
You just hear...
I'm sorry, MacWhirr.
I'm going to attempt command.
Okay.
If that's possible. I'm assuming you would resist.
Yeah. I think I'm also maybe going to give you a penalty, or maybe even you a bone. I'll give you a bonus.
Okay.
Just because like your allegiances lie elsewhere.
I don't need to listen to you.
Okay.
To put it bluntly.
I'm just like saying like,
We can get everyone off here. Just open the doors.
You can roll either manipulation or command to basically resist this.
Okay, they're the same for me. And then you said I get a bonus, just 1 dice?
Yeah, I'll just give you an extra die.
And all of my stuff.
I have 2 successes and stress on the stress dice.
I have 1 success and stress. I know I can't push myself, but does the reckless count for that? I can take 1.
Yeah, you just roll another.
Just roll 1 more?
Yeah.
6.
So
That was the most dramatic dice roll I've ever seen.
So what's the total results here?
2 success.
I'm going to push.
Ooh. Okay.
While this is happening, I don't give a rat's ass about this shuttle.
Yeah.
All I want to do is blow up this moon.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to do that?
Blow up the moon? No.
Blow
But
up the facility?
they're running towards here, and I'm
Yeah.
going to say you can sabotage the air traffic control to basically like, you can rig it to explode or even like fall down as the swarm starts making its way towards you. It will probably buy people more time,
Yeah, I'm
but
not
also
concerned about
it'll
that.
take a few of them out.
I want to take out all of them.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to do that? Or is this the only thing that I could...
Is that a loading suit thing?
Oh,
Or get in and fight them?
no, but that's basically where
There is
the
something that
shuttle
says
is.
fire control. How do I control the fire?
I mean, I honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I will let you just come up with something
Yeah, okay.
to like.
That's what I was wondering, if there was something that was like set up for
No,
Hirsch to
I don't-
like do.
Yeah, you can basically try to rig something up to take out as many as you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna loop in Osterman, or like recruit him. It's like, we have to set up the biggest explosion we can to take out as many of these asshole demons as possible.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna assume that he's with me. So yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
gonna try.
So
and
you, the
make
two
a
of you, you're
big explosion.
so you see MacWhirr like on comms arguing and like trying to get Singleton to do something, and in the
Mhm.
meantime you're like, fuck it, and you just start wandering off with Osterman.
Yeah.
And he's just like, for old times.
yeah.
And you start making your way to whatever facility you want to try to like do what you want. And as that's happening, as you're walking away, you see the swarm starting to run towards you.
Mhm.
What was the result of
I did get an extra 6,
Mhm.
so I'm
what is the totals?
3 versus 2.
I got 2-6.
Okay, so you do feel like maybe like, I know it's tough, like you feel like she at least convinces you that like it is feasible for all of you to get out of here.
Mhm.
But I don't know if there's a way that like it's not mind control.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't like force Singleton to do whatever you
I mean,
want.
that's why I was trying to appeal to like
Yeah.
your better nature.
But
sort of
there,
thing.
you do get that appeal of like, yes, it is true that you can get off. And as you're like sitting there, you're like, I'm going to say it delays you a little bit.
Okay.
You're like ready to press the launch
Yeah,
button,
I
and you're just
hesitate.
like, you're hesitating. And as you're doing that, you hear coughing behind you. And then you see kind of like, as you wheel around, you see Dr. Kaminsky, who's got the like cooling spray. It just like drops out of her hand. And she's like, and you see just blood start like coming out of her mouth, and she just falls over. Meanwhile, like Angela starts kind of like yelling and like starts panicking.
I think in my preparations for doing this, have I like set the coordinates for anything, or is it just kind of like
you're ready to take off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that the coordinates are set for Weyland-Yutani home base, basically, and then just hit launch, having seen that happen.
Okay. And
feel better knowing you're gonna die.
Yeah. Of course I'm gonna die.
And literally, like as you're doing that, and you're like, and then you press the launch, you just see from Dr. Kaminsky, like her chest start like bulging, and then erupting from her chest cavity, a chest burster emerges and
fucking
starts,
knew she
like,
was.
and just starts like scurrying into the like, I'm gonna just say it like launches at Angela, who's like panicking there, and just like it just launches at her and just starts like tearing into her, and she's like pretty injured as already. And then we pan to the outside as you're like banging on the door and like trying to appeal to and then you just see the jets like take off, and the shuttle starts ascending upward.
I start just being like, "Fuck you, Singleton!" And I gotta run. I guess I gotta run after Overton and Osterman.
And we basically see the three of you kind of like making your way to, I don't know, the air traffic control or something. It's like a huge kind of structure, and you realize that you can probably like jury rig it enough to like explode, and it will like collapse on the aliens or something.
Actually,
or if you have a better idea.
I mean, they can go do that. I'm going to run to the uplink tower and see if I can fire off a distress signal that might bring other unfortunate people here.
Yeah. You go to the uplink. Osterman and Hirsch go to the air traffic control. Like I said, I have no like guidance on what to do here, but I would like you to explain to me, Leigh, how you and Osterman managed to jury rig this air traffic control, and how you basically will go out, taking out as many of these aliens as you can.
So I am just going to Deus Ex Machina a whole bunch of explosive charges. It's a mining colony. There's explosive charges just like everywhere. It's not like we have good... I'm the security officer. I know where all these things are. And
See
there's
some charges that are on the platform because you were like dropping charges from the shuttle or something.
Okay.
To mine.
yeah, so we just got a whole bunch of mining explosive charges in here, and I just want to like rig them all, connect them all together
Okay.
with a trigger. And as soon as
Yeah, they basically breach the wall.
as soon as they breach the wall, I'm gonna blow it up.
Okay. The shuttle begins to take off. It's got its coordinates like locked in, and then it begins to like ascend, and you know it kind of flies out of view through the rain clouds. And then we cut to the air traffic control. What do you say as you like have set up the breach charges or dynamite or whatever, and you're like ready to blow this to high hell?
So we're watching them kind of like run towards us and like climb up the air traffic control, like maybe trying to get to us in the command module. And just as I'm about to hit the button, I say, "May God have mercy on our souls." And then
And with that, the air traffic control collapses, and it like, you know, takes out dozens of them as it just falls all on top of them. MacWhirr, you see like as you're ascending the uplink tower, you're like trying to get to the top.
Yeah.
You just see the air traffic control like collapse, and it takes out a bunch of them. There's a few maybe like stragglers who survive, you know, they're like trying to burst out of the debris and like make their way out. And you manage to get to the uplink tower. And I think we're going to end off with you reaching the uplink tower, and you're able to sign off and basically like send a message out into wherever. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
This is Janice MacWhirr, survey team leader at Hadley's Hope. We have come under attack by some sort of alien creatures. Do not come here. Nuke the site from orbit.
and then just set that on like loop. Basically.
Yeah. And you just sent out the distress.
I have a narrative moment to bring out of it. I feel like I like slump down and feel like a moment of relief. Then for the movie, like just like the tail comes down from above me.
Yeah, there's a moment where you light up a cigarette, you finally get your smoke break, you're able to like quote unquote clear some stress here, but as you're sitting there, you just hear, and then you're just like, fuck, and then we basically like go to black, and then like at some point somewhere there's a shuttle with the like eggs. And now
doing the dead float.
Likely, and we like, you know, this is the post-credit scene where we then like cut to the shuttle, and it's just like we zoom in on the interior, and you just see remains of basically
the hole in the head. Second mouth,
and it's just Singleton, Dr. Kaminsky, Angela, and you guys are just like all on the floor, just like ripped apart, and then you just hear the like. As like the now Xenomorph, which has like bursted out, has like come to its like full size.
He's now flying the shuttle.
And the shuttle is just kind of like you said, the just like flying through space, kind of like no one's piloting the ship at this point. And like, who knows, maybe someone will pick up the ship at a later time.
I guess you set coordinates.
I did set the coordinates.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted to do the
last cut of the
big ship, just
destination Earth.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah, destination. It's like Wayland Yutani Corporation's Earth.
Yeah.
And here's a song from a band we like.
That was Richard Coyne and his song Spirit. And also in the episode, you heard Boy Moonlight by In Mirrors. If you like this Alien episode, please head on over to Apple Podcasts, to Spotify, give us a 5-star rating, give us a review. That always helps us out. Dungeon Punks is now also on YouTube, so you can head there, like, subscribe, do all those things. Or if you want to just help us out the old-fashioned way, tell a friend. You can also support Dungeon Punks monetarily on Patreon. For only $5 a month, you will get early access to episodes, you'll get monthly talkback episodes, bonus games now and then, deleted scenes for each episode, and other good fun stuff. We've got a huge archive there if you want to check it out at patreon.com/dungeonpunks. If you want to chat with us, you can also hit us up on our Discord channel or find us on social media. Links to all that stuff is in the description of this episode. Dungeon Punks was produced by Kirk Hamilton for the 604 Podcast Network.